bendiciones, everybody. Alafia to everybody here. I got a very, very important guest, a special guest in the house. The Queen Ifadara. This is an official sister right here. Official child of Oya, child of Eshu. Oya Rouge your head, right?
That's right.
Okay, so yeah, so and she's official Iyanifa. She was initiated in Nigeria. Um, which initiation did you get, sister?
I did my Ifa initiation, my initiation, and my Oya, and I just went for my birthday and did my chieftaincy in Oya.
Ah, shit. So, but before we really get into it, I just want to play this clip of our sister, getting initiated. A piece of this where basically Oya came and did her thing. Queen.
Yes.
So what was that about for the family watching?
Listen, my first initiation, when I first came and I got initiated into Oya mounted me both times. Every time I had my initiation, I've been initiated 3 times. The sky opened up every time and it rained down and letting the Orishas know that they accepted, my initiation. But Oya mounted me every single time. That was pure Oya over me.
Right.
All day long. I had no control. It was nothing. And actually, what y'all didn't see was they try to hold me down because Oya runs. She runs. And I was trying to get up and run. They was trying to hold me down. I was like, yo, I want to run. I want to run. I want to get this on. But like nobody understands like when you get mounted by spirit, like that's something completely different.
Right.
That's something completely different.
It is. So where was that taking place?
I was actually at my Iyanifa. I was actually at her place. I was going to get my chieftaincy for that particular video. I was going to get my chieftaincy, and the day before we had to do the sacrifice. So I was there with my Iya before I actually had the coronation completed. So we was there and we did, the sacrifice, and you already see it was a wrap.
So what country was that in?
Oh, I was in Oyo, Nigeria.
Oh, okay. So you wasn't in Wisconsin?
Oh no, baby. I was in the motherland. I was straight in the motherland. Straight in the motherland.
Word. And that's what I tell people. In Isheshe, when you get initiated into these Orisha, you're gonna go to Nigeria.
Right.
Period. And a lot of things are gonna happen there where, pieces of yourself are gonna get revealed.
Right.
Pieces of your ancestry, lineages, things like that, it gets identified.
Right.
And that's the beauty of our traditions is the identity that comes with. When you found out, you were a child of Oya, what was that like? Like what kind of things clicked in your psyche, when you found out?
Well, the whole first conception of it was the mediumship. Like I really it was coming, but I didn't really know until it really got introduced.
Right.
Like I went through many of things and didn't really realize it until it was really brought to my attention. Like for instance, where I lived at, like I was hearing things, and I live behind a cemetery. Okay, so you already know I'm getting it in. I'm
Right.
getting it in. I'm putting in work. But I'm starting to see things and I'm starting to hear things. And it was like the apartment that I lived in, the people that lived in there before me had passed over. It was a woman and a child. And I kept hearing the woman rattle her keychains. And I kept hearing her son play Mario Brothers. And listen, I'm tripping because I'm like, yo, The neighbors, they on some bullshit. Like, they
Right.
on some bullshit. They ain't playing Mario Brothers all day long, but everything, what I'm saying, end up coming to me, the whole mediumship as far as with connecting with, everybody who had passed over and
Right.
all that, because that's oh yeah, what I'm saying, deals with boom boom. So, what I'm saying, you dealing with the dead and everybody who has passed over. So I'm having deep connections with my ancestors, and not only mine, but even others, because like I said, I stayed right behind that cemetery. So it's other spirits trying to come and get my attention. Like,
Right.
I even had a situation where one of the spirits had knocked me down the stairs and I broke my arm. It
Mm.
wasn't malicious, but he was trying to get my attention. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And it's crazy because I didn't get hurt. I didn't get hurt. I should have been hurt, but I wasn't hurt. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? But they had me, through the whole situation. So it was just like all these different senses just started opening up. And like I said, my whole connection with cemeteries, the dead, the Ikungun, and all that, like, it just exploded.
So, okay, so that's something I want to touch on. When I tell people, I say, when you start to connect to your ancestors, they will lead you down the tradition, down the path that you're meant to be, right?
Right.
And however it is that they need to get your attention, they will drag you there. They will drag you there. Okay. Now, my sister got dragged to the point where her arm broke, but she didn't feel no pain. That's what she told me.
Nothing. Listen, I fell down the stairs. Look, my arm was going like this. I'm like, I went to my son. I was like, hey, wake up. I didn't go to the hospital for like 4 hours.
Right.
For like 4 hours, my arm just going this way. I didn't feel no pain. Went to the hospital, came back home, and then went back like the next day. They're like, what? And that's not
Right.
even the only situation, because, I don't know if you know, but I have stage 4 breast cancer. It came back twice. The second time it came back, it was in my bones. It broke my bones. And I still went over. I was the sacrifice in me going over to Africa. You see what I'm saying? So when I got over there, I don't know if you see my videos, but I was over there dancing, jugging, getting
Yeah,
crunk,
remember.
everything.
So okay, so this is a very good sister. We know each other through the tradition, through the spiritual community. But remember, the first time that you went, that was the day we did the reading. You found out that your cancer came back, cause that's what it was like. So I was doing a reading for her, and she was a little late for the reading. What, like a half hour? And I'm like, sis, you good? You know what I'm saying? And before it even started, she like, look, man, I just found out that my cancer came back. Tell me something. I'm like, oh,
Yep.
but it was
Yep.
crazy because it was in the reading about that, like illnesses coming back, things like that.
Right.
And we had a conversation. I'm like, look, Queen, you talking about going all the way to Nigeria.
Right.
Oh, your bones is brittle right now. I'm like, if we're gonna do this, like, this is what I recommend. And that's when we talked about the work with Ogu Farai.
Right. Right. With the
And
dogs.
so yeah, so we
With
did
the
this
dogs,
stuff,
and it was beating.
and then our sister was out there in Nigeria rocking. And what happened to your cancer during that trip?
Okay, so check this out. So before I went, my cancer markers were at 2200. That's extremely high for anybody. Like I said, it came back in my bones. It broke my hip. So before I left,
Mm.
I had to have hip replacement, and they actually put rods and screws in both of my legs. Before it was a month, I went back. Like I said, I was the sacrifice. When I was over there, I was walking and running. Today, my cancer markers are at 44. I don't take no medication, no Western medication at all. I don't do none of that. My body is actually healing itself because I'm going through menopause, but that was the medication they was trying to give me to put my body into menopause. But my body started automatically healing itself because when I was there, they already told me when I went through my Oya initiation, it's sickness in your body. Oya's gonna heal that. She's gonna take all that sickness from your body, and she has. The first month, it went from 2200 to 1000 to 350 to 200 to 100 to, like I said, now 44. I don't take no medication at all.
Right. And that's and family, I want to point something out very important too. If you notice our sister's energy, this is the energy that come from Oya. It can come out like that. So, but some children of Oya, they real quiet and calm too. So you can get either or, you know what I'm saying? But you also seeing one of us. So, our sister was born she was born in where at Rhode Island,
Rhode Island, yeah.
and she was raised in the south side of Georgia, which is the metropolitan of Atlanta. So, it's a politic in Georgia with all of this South Side Atlanta stuff, East Side Atlanta stuff, whatever.
Right, right.
But if we talking, was it Clayco?
Clayco, baby.
Talking about Clayco. All right, we can say Clayco is not Atlanta, but come on, like Clayco fueled the culture of
Okay.
Atlanta. Flocka was out here in Clayco. Sierra from out here in Clayco. A lot of
Right.
these people out here. 2 Chainz. Well, 2 Chainz, I think is full.
Gabby Roll, baby. Gabby Roll. That's the Fulton Clayton.
It's
Same
right
little
there,
difference.
like it's
Yes.
on that
Yeah.
border.
Come on. Give us our stuff now. Give us our stuff.
So this is definitely one of us, and she took that plunge and went to the motherland official. Um, so for the people, because a lot of people, they like to think about, they know their Orishas and things like that. And I explain to people like some Orishas can guard the children of others. So like for instance, a child of Oya can be guarded by a child of Oshun. And so Oshun might be coming to you, but that's because she's looking after you because you are a child of Oya, right? And the same thing can kind of happen with like Shango and Oya. These relationships with these Orisha. Can you explain uh kind of speak to not truly knowing until you get on that mat with the divination?
Well, first of all, let me just say this. I'm a child of Eshu. Eshu is my feet.
Yeah,
Oya is my head.
yeah.
I walk with Iyami and I walk with Oshun. So once you get initiated and you get initiated into the different orishas, you also get your Odu from that. So with my Odu in Oya, it's got so much of Oshun in it. It don't make any sense. It's guiding me, not to trust everybody and that love hurt me. Love hurt me. So don't, what I'm saying, put so much into love. You know what I'm saying? Be careful, what I'm saying? Hold up with all that. Don't put your trust into everything, but don't, what I'm saying, guide them away either. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm standing on a line, and it's hard. It's all about that balance. It's all about that balance. So, like I said, as far as people, it's crazy because people always talk about Oshun, 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 but they don't know the hurt that Oshun been through.
Tell people.
They don't know the hurt that Oshun been through. They don't know Oshun could be petty. Oshun is a warrior. Oshun, she divined for Orumula when Orumula was not available. What? Put respect on her name, nigga. What?
Right.
Come on with it. Come on with it. Which she's a sex goddess. She said, nah, bruh. She was way more than that.
It's periods of time where Oshun went through her vulture stages,
and see, that's why I deal with her for real. I deal with Oshun and her vulture because she takes away things that no longer serve you. So when I go to her, I'm coming to her like, yeah, Reed, take this away. Take this away. But see, everybody don't know how to deal with the different Orisha and the different energies that they come with.
right, right. That okay. So that's also one that's important. So as people know, I'm official child of Eshu. Eshu rule my head. Oshun rule my feet. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So when y'all see me come on here, you don't know which side of King Brujo you're gonna get. You can get one side or the other. That's just me. That's how I live. Can you explain as well the significance of, because a lot of people listening, they never heard of an Orisha owning your feet or carrying your feet. Can you kind of explain that to people, like about the head and about the feet?
Okay, so in the Isha, we always say that you have a mother Orisha and a father Orisha. Okay, and your mother she's gonna own your head. Your father is gonna own your feet. And like I said, with me, oh yeah, she rules my head. Eshu rules my feet. I walk with Iyami and I walk with Oshun. You see what I'm saying? So I get the energies of all of them. But because even who I am, I work with, I'm able to work with all the Orishas. They're actually able to all come and mount me because I'm not really in control of that. Whenever they need me, I'm a willing vessel. So it's like they coming down. So it's like they coming down. So like I said, different aspects of Oshun or Oya. Like, listen, when Oya come, you better get out the way. You better get out the way. It's like Ogun coming. You better get out the way.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? You better go ahead and move out because it ain't nothing nice. You know what I'm saying? Ogun, like I done had different situations, where they come and they possess me, and it's just like it's a wrap for whoever around because I'm their child, so I'm gonna do whatever work that they need for me. I done actually picked up. I'm 5'1". I done picked up a dude, you know what I'm saying, by the neck and be like, bro, and don't even know where it's come from, but that was a wound, you know what I'm saying, coming up in me because you tried me. Bro, it ain't going down like that.
And so also the reverse can be true because normally a female Orisha can rule the head of a female, but you do get females that of a masculine Orisha rules their head. Just like you get men who a feminine Orisha could rule their head. You know what I'm
But see,
saying?
the thing is, Orisha are what is called non androgynous. It's
Androgynous, yeah.
androgynous, right? Exactly. So it's energy. It's
Right,
energy. You can't get caught up in, oh, this is male, oh, this is
right.
female.
That's
Now
true.
you can't get caught up in that at
But
all.
there's feminine and masculine paths
That's
of
right. That's
different
right. And you gotta have that balance to have both.
That's true, family. So that's why when I come on here and I be speaking to y'all about this stuff, I'm coming from a point of view of somebody that's in the traditions, that's around the culture, that's around sisters like Ifa Dada, that been through it. You know what I'm saying? Different elders, right? So when I'm being particular about things, it's because I'm trying to keep y'all safe at the same time because these energies can be very chaotic. They can be very disruptive if you're not understanding the science of it. Like, that is a very important thing because check this out. We can go into nature and we can be looking for plants to eat. And on the regular, okay, plants can nourish us. But some plants in nature are poisonous. And if you
Right.
eat them, you could die, right?
Right. Right.
So when you're going to these spirits, it's not any different. You're going to nature.
That's right.
But if you're not understanding some of these aspects of nature and things like that, it can bring trouble. It can bring harm.
That's
And
right.
that's why it's important to get around or under reputable people
That's right.
that know what's going on to help guide you through. Like there's parts of Eshu Babalawus will not touch. They won't touch it. Leave it alone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be very different than Eshu Odara, than Eshu Laroye. It's going to be very different than Eshu Ni. It's going to be different.
Right.
All of these Orisha have different aspects, different paths. When
That's
you
right.
go to the ocean, there is many seas in the world. There's not just one Atlantic Ocean.
That's right.
You cannot treat the Atlantic like you treat the Arctic.
That's
Go
right.
swimming in the Arctic like you swim in the Atlantic and see what happens to your ass.
That's right.
Okay?
Yummy, I can come. She can come real sweet, or she can come like Big Mom. I'm getting on your ass. Okay.
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 And this is what I try to tell people when they come with this new agey stuff of, well, it's just nature. Okay, you know what else is nature? A fucking grizzly bear.
Okay.
But a grizzly bear acts different than a brown bear.
Right.
Understand? And they act different than a polar bear, but they're all bears.
Okay.
The brown bear is less apt to attack you. In fact, brown bears usually run away from people. The
Right.
grizzly is not. The polar bear could even hunt you. You see? So understand that these spirits is the same thing.
Exactly.
So this is why, I love to link up with respected people in the community like Ifa Dada. This is why I created like my mentorship for people to come and learn things the right way as far as their path that they're going, whatever path that might be, whether they're going to go into Ifa and I introduce them to somebody like my sister here who got the plugs into Nigeria, or to Palo and I call somebody else for that, right? This is what I'm here. Eshu is the crossroad. That's my father.
Sure.
So I got to help people get on their path, Sister, in your life, that ancestral draw that was pulling you to the Orisha. We understand that in the practice, there's cost behind things like that because you got to take care of the village, you got to take care of the people that's carrying out the ceremonies. Can you kind of speak to how the Orisha will make a way for people financially to walk into the tradition?
So let me tell you, every time it's time for me to go, they always pave the way. I've never, ever made a plan to go to Africa. Okay? Let me tell you, before I went to get my first three initiations, I had a fire in my house. I had just made Ebo. And because I had made Ebo, I'm Oya, so Iku, which is the spirit of death, is always chasing me. Because I had made that Ebo, right? I had my son, I woke my son, I was like, if I struggle, go get me something to drink. My downstairs was on fire. Okay? If I had not woke him up when I woke him up, we would have been state car. You feel what I'm saying? So with that, every means was made for me to go to Africa and made for me to go comfortably. Okay. Then when April came around and I just went and got my chieftaincy, the money is it's like the ancestors always make a way. So it's not like you gotta push, you gotta pull teeth. Everything that I need to get done because it is my path, the way is made. The doors just open up. Okay, the doors open up. Period, point blank. Because, like I said, everything that I have needed to do, a way has been made out of no way at all. And I thank my ancestors every day for that. But that's the thing. A lot of people, they trip me out because they want to go straight to the Orisha. But your ancestors are your first line of defense. Ooh. They're not even on top of that. And don't get me wrong when I say this, what I'm saying? We celebrate our Igungun, but we have to celebrate and venerate our Igungun here. The Igungun here that paved the way, that, what I'm saying, that built these villages, that, what I'm saying, open these pathways here. That's why you see me in the slave cemeteries, venerating them, bringing them offerings, because here in America ground, we have to venerate them.
Right.
We have to. They opened the pathway for us, and they deserve that. So right. That's why. Look, I don't listen. They moved me from where I was to where I am now. Where I am now, I'm in four corners of slave cemeteries. So I live on top of a slave what do you call it, a pathway or whatever. I live here. Okay. So when I first came here, it's like I feel the presence of whatever. So I have to go outside and leave them, what I'm saying, offerings or whatever. And I go to the cemeteries and leave offerings because guess what? Excuse my French, but these white people out here, they still pulling the energy of the slaves that have died in the cemetery, and they won't even let them, what I'm saying, live in peace. They still drawing the energy. So I have to go and balance that out. So I go and I leave, what I'm saying, offerings, what I'm saying, and do what I do, what I'm saying, do do my dances and do all that because like I said, they still doing out here.
Now, so now, it's a little thing because my sister, she know I'm into voodoo, into Puerto Rican voodoo. That's my base, but I am also a part of Orisha tradition. I'm an Aborisha. I'm a devotee. As a child of Eshu, I take care of Eshu because it's my birthright to have Eshu as a son of Eshu.
I shall.
So basically, what she's saying is a real science. In Georgia, there's all kind of cemeteries, all kind of battlefields, Confederate battlefields, Indian burial grounds, all kind of things, right? And that is a thing. There's times where up and coming as I was, I would go into the graveyard, and these graveyards would be like Confederacy graveyards. And there's things that I could do in that cemetery with those spirits to wake them and make them work for me and do what I needed them to do. And those things were usually involved around chaos. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that they were in war. For sure that when I called that Confederate, I knew that he was in battle.
Right.
So for me to call him to do battle, but that's just like shit in voodoo that we do through different spirits, and we do our thing. But that what she's saying is absolutely true. Other groups of people know this science, and they can absolutely tap into the energy that came with our ancestors that were right here, and utilize it for whatever they want.
Yeah.
Okay, and me understanding occultism on a deep level from my abuela, I was able to come to Georgia, see the same type of things. Indian burial grounds, tap energy. Confederate burial grounds, tap energy. Old slave outhouses, tap energy. There's certain, people don't know in the metropolitan of Atlanta, it's secret cemeteries that nobody knows about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they be tucked in the woods and shit.
Right.
But in these places, there are very powerful people that were buried there.
That's right.
So there's some times like knowledge that I've gotten that I've gone into cemeteries like that and asked people that passed away that were members of various occult organizations. Some of them Freemasons, and the Freemason sign will be right on the tomb.
Right.
So it's nothing now for me to go wake that spirit up and get information, get insight that ends up coming to me of deep occultic things. So but sister, a lot of people don't be knowing that side of me because I don't talk. But my sister here, she know how it get. You know what I'm saying? She know how it get.
Yes.
Real child at SU. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that's why we close too.
Right. We get busy in the cemetery, baby.
That's what I'm saying.
They don't even know that power up in there, boy. What?
Yes, like it's a lot of stuff that that happens, and things that we learn in the practice that's real hush hush. And this is why this information is so private. The importance of keeping the sanctity of the traditions. Queen, can you kind of not get into detail about it, but kind of speak to some of the secrets that could have blown your mind when you went to Africa, like without even saying those secrets, but saying the effect of how those things had on your life.
I'm gonna just say this, and it came out, what I'm saying, in the old dude for the year, and I've been saying this for a minute. I'm a chief. It's another chief that I did with Chief Egungun Chief. And I've been trying to deal with the women, and a lot of thing is the women, divine feminine energy. People don't even understand. They don't understand the importance of it. First of all, you can't even have that balance if you don't have the woman and the man. It can't just be the man. And it came out in the Odo E5, you know what I'm saying, about taking care of the women. I'm telling you, listen, the women are so powerful and people do not understand. They try to take the power away, but it's nothing without the woman. It's nothing. It's nothing. And then, like I said, if you take that man and you take that woman and y'all work to, man, what? What? But like I said, some people, women. Nah, bro, you don't even understand the power that resonates with the women.
See, and there's a lot of secrets in those divine feminine aspected parts of the culture. A lot of secrets are hidden in Yemoja. A lot of secrets are hidden in Oshun, right? And this sister was able to go and get access to some of these things. Um, she used a word that some people may not know what it means, Iyami. Can you kind of break down Iyami for them?
Iyami are the witches. They are the witches. That's something that you don't even want to deal with. You don't want to mess with. You don't ever want to offend Oyami. You got Oyami, you know what I'm saying? You got three different, levels of Iyami. But Iyami are the witches. You know what I'm saying? They come out at night. Okay? This is something that you do not want to, you don't ever want to offend Iyami. Iyami came out with Orumula. When Orumula came out, and he decided what your destiny was. Iyami was right there deciding what your destiny was with Oruma. Okay? Okay?
Okay.
They came together to decide what your destiny was. And see, a lot of times we get in our ego. Oh, I want this, I want that. Well, we don't even understand Eshu. Eshu is about perspective, right? We don't know what our higher purpose is, but we got to go through this, that, and the third, you know what I'm saying, to get there. But it's for a particular reason. You know what I'm saying? That's the issue. But we want, I don't want to do that. I don't want shit. My life been hard as hell, but it all been worth it. I went through all I went through, and guess what? I got my help. I was the sacrifice. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But like I said, Iyami, those are the mother witches.
Right.
That's something that you don't even want to deal with. Iyami do not tolerate disrespect to no woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I said, she's divine energy. Period. Point blank. Like I said, she came and they decided your destiny with Orumula, with Madre.
Right.
You came into this world. Period. Point blank. So a lot of people be trying to sleep. No, don't.
Right.
You better give appeasement to Iyami as much as you can.
Aboru, aboye, aboshishe.
Abo ato ishuri iwari ufung.
So basically, these Iyami, they're very powerful. Sometimes Iyami can even come help people. That's another. There's different sides of Iyami. Not that you call them to do it, but you don't know who's walking with you. Just like our sister said, there could be an Iyami that could be looking after you in some way, you know. But generally, yeah, like she said, offerings can be given at night, usually in the woods where you don't want to be, right? And it can be scary for people. My Baba always tell me like, yo, as a child of Eshu, you need to be giving praise to Iyami. Sometimes go take this sacrifice in the woods and leave it at this place. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that I personally do at times. I might take a part of an animal or something like that, leave it in the woods to Iyami at night. And there's different reasons for this. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting a little loose with y'all because I got my sister on here.
I wish I could show you my tat. Like I had went to the cemetery and I had just started drawing this drawing and I didn't even know what it meant, but it all came to light. And then when I got it right here on my back and it was purple, red, and black. That's Iyami colors. You know what I'm saying? Purple, red, and black. And then I got Eshu Adara. Didn't even know Eshu sit where? Right here at the base of your neck. Like the things that be coming to me, like it just be crazy.
Yeah, okay, so what she's saying, all right, on the body, you can find Eshu at the back of your neck or like the base of your head. The primal part of yourself is where you find Eshu. So before she even knew that aspect of it, it just hit her to do that. You know what I'm saying? So it gets deep, y'all. And like I said, I'm just giving a little more gruesome detail about things with my end because I got my sister on here and we brother and sister in the practicing. So I gotta let y'all know a little more in depth because I got a real person on the line. So we can't play. We gotta talk that shit tonight. So that's why, I'm giving y'all a little more, but it be deeper than what people can understand when we deal with these practices. Um, there's hierarchy in a way. There's protocol, right?
Right.
Like our sister said, people trying to jump into Orishas, but they didn't even work with ancestors. If you tapped into ancestors, they might not even lead you to an Orisha path.
That's right.
They might have led you to New Orleans voodoo. They might have led you down to a southern hoodoo. They might have led you into Palo somewhere. You don't know.
That's right.
So the important thing, that's why as you see, the temple of indigenous spiritualism. Spiritualism is basically dealing with necromancy, ancestors, animism, because that to me is important for people to get down pat. If you get that part down pat, they will take you to where you have to go. You know what I'm saying? They'll get you there. Can you also speak to the importance of Ori?
Oh, your Ori is very important. The Ori is the first thing that you deal with. First, when you first wake up in the morning, the first thing that you need to deal with is your Ori. You need to speak to your Ori because your Ori holds your destiny.
Hold up, sister. Ori calling right now. Talking about Ori, here come Ori calling. So Ori, break it down. The Ori holds your destiny. Things like that. Can you break it down a little more for people to understand the importance of Ori?
Your already holds everything that you need to know. Like I said, everything is already in your head. It's your subconscious. Okay? So your already, like I said, it holds your destiny. It holds everything that you need to know. So the first thing that you need to do when you wake up in the morning, before you do anything, before you kiss your mate, before you take a breath, is you wake up and you thank your already. Okay? After you go to your Ori, then you go to your ancestors, then you go to your Orisha. Your Ori is the most important thing. In your Ori, you always want to make sure that your Ori is full and it is fed and it is intact. Period. Point blank. Because if your Ori is out of balance, you're out of whack. Period. You're out of whack. So your Ori is most important. And see, a lot of people, like I said, they want to jump straight to Orisha. They don't know anything about Ori. They don't know anything about ancestors. You missed the whole meat of the situation. You missed the whole meat. You missed the whole turkey leg. Like this is the most important part. Your Orisha. Orisha. Come on now. Come on now. How you gonna worship the Orisha if you ain't worshiping your own Ori? You ain't taking care of your own Ori. Your Ori ain't intact. Come on now.
That's true. So that the Ori is definitely very important. In the practice, you learn different ways to appease Ori. When you get your hand of Ifa, you will get your icon that you take care of, which basically is holding your destiny, things like that.
Right.
Which is a whole nother science, that I don't really want to get into, but it's a whole different science with that. But Ori is very important, Ori is the only Orisha that can follow you everywhere you go. Right? Ori is the one that will be with you through anything to the end. It started with you, it's ending with you to the end. Your Orishas that follow you are the ones that are there to help guide you on that path to keep it clear so Ori can move. They work together. You know what I'm saying? Ori and your Orisha, they working together to get you to your destiny. Whatever destiny that you chose before you came to Earth is trying to get you there. Along the line, sometimes our destinies can change a little bit because things happen, we forget, right? But ultimately, we try to get somewhere close in that vicinity, however that happens. And this is why you see people that could have been like a mega star and they do like Lisa Left Eye Lopez. It just end up going into the woods in Honduras and finding solace there, or finding a whole nother life. Dave Chappelle walked away from comedy for a decade, right?
Right.
This is how Ori can take you, because why? Was the end goal for him to be that comedian on Chappelle's show? That was the end goal of Ori.
Exactly.
That was part of
something totally different.
Something totally different. That came along the way. But his real destiny is something totally different.
And it's always gonna show up.
It's always gonna show up.
It's always gonna show up. Right.
And this is why you see things like that. You be like, damn, this person is a millionaire. This person is this. Why?
That's just like even with me, like, I'm gonna just be totally honest with you. From me coming up, from like the people that see me coming up, they be like, what? What? Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you, like I used to be turned up, shouting like for real. And like I said, when it was my time, when it was my time to walk in my path, if I was like, oh, it's over with, it's a wrap, sit your ass down, and it's time. Because I kept running from it, kept running from it, and it was like, oh no, that's it. So now, like a lot of people look at me, oh, you extreme, you doing this, you doing that, but I'm happy. I'm doing what I love to do. This is what I was meant to do. This is in my path. But like I said, it's certain things that I still had to experience and go through in order to get here so that I can appreciate, and live through what I'm going through right now.
Right.
So it just is what it is.
That's deep, because like a lot of people, for instance, voodoo brought me everything I needed, right?
Right.
That that I felt that was important in the physical world. Voodoo brought me everything I needed. I'm comfortable in life with just voodoo. I was comfortable. But it was a whole nother side of my ancestry that came through my grandma Uka in Puerto Rico, who she was a priestess in Lukumi, right? And here come her down the pipe. I'm like telling myself, I don't need to walk into Orisha tradition because I got everything I need on voodoo.
Now check this out. Remember we had this conversation, right?
Right.
Remember when I got my chieftaincy, right?
Yeah.
Then my ancestors showed me. Now I gotta start dealing with the luau. Remember, I came here,
Right. Right.
I
They
was like,
call
yo,
you to
my
the
ancestors
Loa.
from Benin, right? I was
Right.
like, do you know anybody from? So it's like, hold on, wait a minute, I'm comfortable. Let me just stay right here. No,
And,
they ain't even right,
and the thing with our lineages here is it's so mixed.
right,
You don't know what part of your ancestry will come tap you and point you over there. You know what I'm saying? It's not that you got to go so deep in there, but they're telling you that there's something there for you because you're their child.
right,
So for me, it was something in Orisha tradition that was being called for me to go there because I needed that thing, you know?
right,
And
right,
so here come Grandma Uka tapping me, just like our sister said. I'm just blowing it off. Man, I'm good. I'm King Brujo. I got this and that.
right,
I'm lit. My house is nice.
right,
I'm cool.
right,
No, they will be relentless. The dreams started coming. Not only did the dreams start coming, the manifestations of Loa started coming, right? Of Orisha started coming. And it's like, you need to go see what's over there to the point
right.
where now they just push me in the
They
door.
pushing you, yeah, you ain't got no choice.
They just push me into the door. One day I go see Baba, who my Baba is actually my friend. You understand?
Mhm.
Like, because he owns a botanica. So me and him is just cool. I go in there, I buy stuff. That's the homie. He know I'm lit. I'm the voodoo dude that be cursing people online. He know that. Like, we cool. We got that relationship. And, it just so happened, one day I went in there and basically Baba all but grabbed my arm and gave me that damn reading. You know what I'm saying?
Because it was time.
It was time,
It
right?
was time.
And from that point, here we are.
Right,
So y'all gotta understand that with these traditions, it's tied in the blood, and you can't run from who you are.
right.
You cannot run from who you are. You can't run from any of that. It's gonna find. It's like Michael Myers. You can't run from Michael Myers. You can run. He's gonna walk you down.
Right, right.
That's
Because
what
like I said,
happens whenever you.
I would never thought that I was here. And even when I got my very, very, very first reading, when I came into the tradition, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm surrendered. And my very first reading, it was like I got it on paper. It was like 4 pages long, and I really didn't understand it. But as I go back, I keep it on my altar. As I go back and I go back and read it, and it make more sense. It make more sense. And then the whole chieftaincy come because see, my family they come. I'm from the Fawn tribe. You know what I'm saying? My dad's people were from the Fawn tribe, and they were all in chieftaincy positions. So that's why it was necessary for me to go get my chieftaincy in Oya because that was a part of a generational curse that I had to correct. See what I'm saying? I'm correcting generational curses, and I'm starting to see things a lot better now. So it's like, oh, okay, I don't have to do that. I don't have to act that way because now I'm changing things because this is what I'm supposed to do. Just like, I think you had did a post on it and you were saying everybody is not, some people are just devotees. Some people are supposed to be babalawos. Some supposed to be Iyanifas. Some
Right.
people supposed to be priests or whatever. Everybody's not called to do everything.
That's
You
right.
see what I'm saying? Everybody ain't called to be a chief. I like I said, I never thought that, but that's a part of my life path. So that's what I had to do. And like I said, I had to correct some wrongs and make some corrections to generational curses that was in my family. So
Mm.
that's what I'm doing. I'm doing my work.
Right. Um. So yeah, that's deep, family. Because this is how we correct things in our lineages. All ancestors matter, even the ones you don't like, and you gotta heal. You know what I'm saying? You gotta heal these traumas. And this is a real sister. That's not even so like, cause Ifadara, you be on social media, but it's not like you be pushing to be like a teacher. She just be online. She got her community of people in the culture. They follow her. You know what I'm saying? She lit just because she lit. Like, look at her. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't like she come on here and just be having a mission every day to say, I'm gonna teach this, that. She just be living her life, doing her
Right.
thing. This is her life. You
Right.
understand? Every day that this woman
Every
wakes
day.
up, this is her lifestyle. She's gonna consult with Ifa. She's gonna take care of her Orisha. She's gonna pray to Ori. She's gonna appease Ori. She's gonna do all of these things every day. Okay? Because that's what she do. And as people come up, that's why I needed to bring her on here. Because I'm like, sister, they gotta hear you say something about the practice because it's too many fake priests and Iyanifa and Babas that just come out of nowhere and now all of a sudden
Trying to convince themselves with these self entitlements. Oh,
right,
I'm this, I'm that. Where you get that from? How you pick it up? How you
right.
pick it up? Where? Okay.
Who high priestess and who said that you was the high priestess? Like
Right.
it's just where we at today. So
Right.
me, I felt like, yo, I got to start bringing people that's really in this, knowing that I'm plugged into the community because people have to see people like you come on here and that have been on the land, felt the soil, been to the place. Most of these people never been there. They never seen the places where our ancestors left, the shores. Because there's a lot of misinformation about Africa, and they don't realize how connected that we really are. Because they're not there. They never walked the land. You will feel what I'm talking about.
It's a whole lot of misconception. Like I said, even with me getting there, just feeling my healing in my body. As soon as I touch the land, like I said, I have rods in my legs and my hips. You seen, as soon as I got there, I'm shaking it up, twerking, doing this, doing that. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I got my God initiated, I was running. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole, and then when I came back here, I started feeling, you know what I'm saying, crazy or whatever. But it's a whole different feeling, period, point blank. And it really be killing me, you know, how people they'll misinterpret and sit up here and say that they initiated. No, you're not initiated until you come over to the motherland and get that because it's things over there that we can't get over here. Period, point blank.
Talk about it.
We can't get over here. You know,
Right.
when I got my Ifa, initiation, I had to have a vulture. Where the hell in Atlanta you can find a vulture?
The African vultures, not the ones that you see on the road eating deers.
Exactly.
Real African vultures that you see on the Discovery Channel.
Exactly. then you know what I'm saying? Like I said, if you see any of my initiation, you see all the bablaos. It's 3 plus more. It's a whole, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole building of bablaos. The drummers, all that. I'm walking through the village, you know what I'm saying, with everything on my head. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing things the way I'm supposed to do. I'm going to the water. How you doing that over here? Like y'all on some bullshit, and it really be pissing me the hell off because it's like y'all sit up here and talk about Africans, but y'all sit up here doing the same ass goddamn bullshit on some fraud ass bullshit. And I don't like that. And then when I call y'all out on Facebook, y'all want to sit up here and block me and report me.
Right.
I ain't even mentioning nobody's name, but you mad because I'm sitting up here telling you you ain't know how you go Bob Lawo and you ain't been initiated. You can't read no appellate time. How? You what?
Right.
Man, listen. There's people talking about they read turtle shells, this, that, and third, and just like you said, you have to use discernment. Before I got into, I used to go to different elays and I would watch. I watched because I peep game and I peep, you know what I'm saying, to see what the hell is going on. But yeah, it don't be nothing. And then even still with people, coming and talking about the lingo, if I greet you and I say aborobuya, abusheshe, and then you come back and you don't agree me correct, how is you talking to a bablawo? It's all about respect in the tradition. You're not even respecting when you can't come back with a correct greeting. I told you sure your word your phone. What? Bawoni, alafiani, like for real? Get up out of here. So are they teaching y'all what is they doing? Like I say, I'm a teacher. I'm coming. I'm giving you the truth.
Playing, and that's what I be telling y'all. There's certain herbs you can't even get over here.
Right.
It's certain herbs that you cannot even order on Amazon to get here. Let's start with that.
Right.
There's certain herbs that's legally not allowed by the FDA to get to America. Understand what I'm telling y'all, okay?
Right.
This is why it's done in Nigeria. All right? There's a lot of things that is there in West Africa you cannot get here. Some things we substituted, but that's like things that's more so how we serve Orisha here.
Right.
And Lukumi is a different thing than Isheshe. Like it's dealing with Orisha, but they have their own ways of going about it, and even they have particular things that you cannot just find just in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? So we did certain things, certain animals you don't find here. Like, I don't want to get into it, but there's things that you can't find here. Like my papa says, he be like, yo, certain things because he's from Bahamas, so he be certain things we didn't have here. So you can't find the guinea fowl in America, so we use the rooster, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
Right, exactly.
We didn't have cola nut and stuff to
can't find the snails, all that, yeah.
Just find the snails that we had back home, so we made do with it and we did what we did. Instead of cola nut, we use a coconut, instead of but ultimately when we're talking about Isheshe tradition, no, there's things in Africa that you don't have here, and so you have to go there to get it done. And how long did the process last for you, sister? Your initiation for the people?
So every initiation took 3 days. So it be killing me how I done heard people come and talk about they did their initiation online. How? How you did your initiation online, bro? What? How you do your initiation in 1 day? It takes 3 days. Every single one of my initiations took 3 days. Like I said, it take a house full of blah blah. It's a process. You know what I'm saying? It was strenuous all day long.
Okay.
All day long.
All day long.
All day long. All day long.
Not just a couple hours today.
No.
Hours tomorrow.
No. All day long. 3 days. All day long. And like I said, I'm sitting there with room full of blah blah. You know what I'm saying? And they, you know what I'm saying, give me my definition. There's certain things that I have to do when I have to, you know what I'm saying, walk through the village with the bowls on my head and the drummers are playing and so that's why I'm like, but even with that, it behooves me like if you want to get your initiation, that's so serious. Why wouldn't you want to go to the motherland and get it done for real, for real? I mean, that's just me though. That's just me though.
That's me too, but
that's just me. It's like, why would that's that serious? That's that serious. You breaking that bread, but regardless, that's your spirituality. And you know what I'm saying? You entrusting this. Like I said, when I went over there, the sky opened up every single time. So the Orisha accepted, you know what I'm saying? My initiation every single time. As soon as I was finished, it rained. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, my EI, like I said, every time my EI, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, she does work for me. Oya comes down on me, and I'm just like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, and it's just, you know what I'm saying, something, you know what I'm saying, unreal. So it's just like, why would you not want to have that experience though?
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's real. Family, I wish we could talk to our sister all day. We coming up on our time. Once again, you can say your final words to them that you want them to understand or whatever that you want them to get about the practice,
I just want everybody to be careful. Listen, first of all, this is self-vesting. You gotta want it. It's all about what you want. You gotta put in the work. You can't expect nobody to sit up here. You can go get elbows done all day long. But if you ain't putting in the work to better yourself, to make yourself better, it don't even count. And if you ain't even trying to put in the work to better yourself, it don't count because somebody else is getting the credit for the work that has been done. You have to be serious. This is serious. You have to study. You have to learn. Like, take this. It ain't about wearing no beats because you see Young Thug and everybody like, for real? Are you serious? This is a lifestyle. Like, this is what I live, breathe every day, all day. Like, this ain't no joke. The things I be going through in my house, things my family be going through, like, me and you talk, it's real. Like, this ain't nothing to play with. Go ahead and play with it if you want to. And all these fake people out there, let me tell you something. All y'all out here playing Eshu, talking about you done did this and you done did that. Guess what? Eshu coming. He looking for his elbow. He looking for every damn thing. Right. Y'all ain't scared of that shit? Shit. That's all like y'all be playing. Eshu gonna be looking for it. Nigga, you said you gave me an elbow. Where's that? Where's that? That's what I'm like, yo, y'all niggas ain't scared.
Right.
Y'all can't believe like I believe because I ain't playing with Eshu. I ain't playing with Eshu. You already know. Look, we talked. I told y'all that she was all tripping through the house, stealing stuff and hiding stuff.
Right.
You ain't scared. No,
And I
baby.
got SU right outside my door, right outside. It got right now. It's a chicken sacrifice right on my SU altar.
Hell,
You know what I'm saying? So for those that, cause this the internet, motherfuckers don't know who's real and who's not. I
right,
don't get so deep into that,
right,
but cause I usually try to stay with like people understanding certain philosophies behind the practice or understanding certain Orisha or things like that. I don't get so deep into things that I do even just in my own life.
right.
You understand? But no, I'm real child of SU. SU be right outside my door. It chickens that get cut, sacrificed right outside on the front
Right.
lawn.
Right.
So SU, that's my life. Understand?
Right.
Like so, y'all have to understand that in this practices, this is not like learning astrology. This is not like learning tarot cards. This is not like any of those things. This is serious shit. It's
Right.
real entities. Some of these entities need things to fuel them. They're going to expect certain things. You got to know how to appease them. You got to know how, if you don't giving them certain animals, how to still keep them calm. You know what I'm saying? It's so much with this science because it's not just, oh yeah, Oshun is the river, so I'm gonna go. Like, okay, nigga, do you know some rivers are actually rapids and they will carry your ass down a fucking waterfall and you won't make it? Okay, so let's understand
Right.
that this stuff is serious. Like on one of your videos when you went up there, you was at the Ogun ceremony and they killed the dog right there.
Mm-hmm.
So they sacrificed. My sister was there. I think that was when you like first got there.
First
I'm
got
like,
there.
damn, she just got.
Look, straight off the plane. Straight
Yeah,
off the
because
plane.
it was crazy because I had did the stuff with Ogufarai just for her strength so that she can really get moving there. And Ogufarai often can come as a dog, just like Ogun.
And look. When you did that work for me, them dogs was gonna remember I showed you that video, they was
Right,
going crazy. Then the next day the goddamn police came. Then the day I was leaving, it was an accident. Remember I showed you the
right,
accident and all that. I was like, bruh, this is you
right.
true.
It was
You
it.
true.
As soon as she got there, right there, they giving the dog.
Right.
And then from there, I just remember my sister coming back talking about her cancer markers is all the way down, all this other shit. I'm like, oh, like it got lit in Nigeria. But yeah, right there, so you got to understand, okay, y'all going to Ogun, you think you're going to go serve Ogun, wherever you think you're going to go take care of him. Ogun like to eat dogs. Okay, you're not giving Ogun a dog, what you got for him? What you got for him? Because he wants something and you got to give him stuff to keep him calm too, or that energy, you're not going to control it right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's so much things in this practice. There's so much science in it. People going to the rivers and they got honey for Oshun, but they didn't even taste the honey first. Oshun got poisoned with honey before.
Right,
You can't even give Oshun honey.
Right. Or
You
ask
gotta
you,
you
you
eat it.
can't get SU nothing without tasting it first. What?
Yeah,
And then SU want it first. What the hell? Come on now. That's what I'm saying. People be talking about they going to this Orisha and that Orisha. Did you forget about SU? Nigga, your shit ain't going nowhere.
Right.
SU is the messenger. Ain't shit popping without SU, my dog.
Period.
Nothing. You can goddamn praise Oshun all you want, but if you ain't a piece SU, that shit ain't going nowhere, my dude.
Right. So yeah, and this is the thing, right? Even the type of offerings that you give, it's ways to even give them. Like if you gave Eshu too much like honey, Eshu could just go to sleep. Eshu won't move the way you want him to move.
Right.
He's gonna get lazy on you, right? It's things like this in the practice that we know that the average person not gonna know it.
Right.
And so you pray into the river. I don't know who's coming out the river though. It might be, I don't know, some other deity that's coming out the river to help your ass. Because it's a lot of deities that live in the river. That's the thing people understand. Is fire is different deities you can pull out the fire. It ain't just that it's the fire. It's not just that it's the wind. It's different deities you can pull out the wind. What
right.
stream of energy can you tap? Which
That's right.
one do you know how to bring that aspect out of that element that you think that you're calling? Because you
That's
can
right.
go with steel and iron, and you can call more than just Ogun out of some steel and train tracks.
That's right. That's
But
just like it's like even with Eshu. Eshu got 254 paths. Okay, what path of Eshu are you calling? You calling Eshu Alajay to come bring you some money? Or are you
mm,
calling Eshu Adara? No, you gotta call Eshu Alajay. You see what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
Get it together now. It
right.
ain't just one Eshu. Come on now.
It's okay. And this even spans across pantheons
Right,
because you're dealing with a raw element.
right,
You know, so you go to the cemetery, a whole lot of spirits live in the cemetery. Who are you calling out of the cemetery? Are
right,
you calling Mama Brigitte energy out of it? Are
right,
you calling Oya? What
right,
aspect of Oya? Are you
right,
calling Baron the Cementerio?
right,
Baron Gere Limbo? What were you calling out the cemetery?
right,
Or
right.
are you calling one of the dead people in there? And if you are calling those dead people, who are you using to make the contact? Who's the buffer? Who's facilitating that connection? It's so much.
Exactly. And then are you protected from that motherfucker?
Are
Is
you
he
protected?
following you back home, back to your crib? You know what I'm saying? To follow you, like what's up? You
Wait,
going up in the cemetery, don't know what the hell you got them doing, got all kind of shit following you. What?
right. And that's why I'll be hard on it because as a child of SU, like she said, we live in the graveyard. We'll do work. I built a graveyard in my own backyard. Understand? So with things in there, I don't even want to get into what's in there. But just know it's a real graveyard, and I set that up for certain spirits.
Right,
But for me as a child of SU, man, when I was dealing with these cemeteries earlier on in my practice, and I was going to these Confederate grave sites, you can't play with that.
right,
It's Confederate. They hate niggas. I'm
exactly.
calling spirits that used to do a chaos or used to do this or that, and this spirit might not even care for me because they
Right,
was fighting me before they died.
right,
How am I able to still do that and be protected? It's
right,
science to this stuff. How
right,
am I able to go to a rich man's grave that probably didn't give a fuck about somebody that looked like me and be able to pull that energy out of that rich man's grave?
right,
How am I able to go to a rich person's crossroad right now and be able to pull the energy out of those rich people's crossroads to benefit my own self?
right,
This is a science as much as it's anything else.
right.
That's what I try to tell people, man. You can't just think you're gonna come up in here. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go to the ocean. Fuck around.
Right,
You know, if you go to the ocean crying and it's too painful, don't take your ass too deep in that water. Why? Because Yemoja could say, "My child is hurt," and snatch your ass in that
that's up.
motherfucker, and you
That's
don't come
right.
back.
That's right.
Literally, last year I went to serve La Sirene at the ocean, and a thing like that happened where I went a little too deep, about to give my offering to her in the water, and a crazy ass current just came out of nowhere, grabbed my leg, sucked me under the damn water, and I'm, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
Because why? It's a real spirit moving in that
right,
ocean.
right,
Like, it's not
right,
just play fairy tale shit.
right,
And that's just me saying I went a little bit too far in the ocean
right.
when I'm doing this stuff. And these spirits are one that when you're sad, you got to know the energy you're working with. When you're sad, Yemoja loves you so much that she will rather just take you before she just keep letting you suffer.
That's right.
Understand how these spirits work. This is
But
what they
issue,
never tell
but
you.
but issue now. Woo, and look, listen. They had to tell me when I came back. Watch your temper. Watch your temper. You already had said it on one of your videos. You know, when we cry, issue cried tears. They already told me that was like, watch your temper
Yeah,
because
and she'll
the
cry
Oya
blood.
in you, the Oya in you will kill somebody. So please,
Right,
yeah, don't get mad. How am I supposed to work with that?
right.
How am I supposed to work with that? I'm sitting here like,
Gotta have the guidance, and then yeah, because when you cry tears, as you cry blood.
right,
As a child of SU. That's true. So yes,
right,
you do have to watch your temper. You you
right,
you have to be careful about how you're viewing people, and this is why generally they say you child of SU, you should just go around more cheery. Yeah, hey,
mm-hmm,
yeah, what's up, everybody? Just like
mm-hmm,
SU will go, because SU know he'll fuck you up, so he gonna be
right,
happy all the time. You don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we embody our Orisha. Like children of Ogun have to be careful because they could end up behind bars if they not understanding their temper, their temperament. Even children of Ogun, when their girlfriends get on their menstruals and things like that, don't sleep in a bed with them. Like it's so much.
Listen,
That's
my
all
son
it is.
is a child of Orumala and Ogun. That bipolar ass, but I love him to death. But yo,
Yo, this practice
yo,
takes guidance, yo. It takes guidance. It takes
woo.
learning under people that been in it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is, family. I'm so happy that I was able to bring the sister on here for y'all. And maybe I'll bring her on again sometime, if
Yes.
y'all be good, man, and be taking care of my channel and shit. Cause I'm the only one that be not the only one, but y'all just not aware of the other practitioners that's on YouTube that
Nah,
be
I
bringing
ain't
people
seen
on.
none other like you. Like I said, I've been saying bullshit like Jamal Rashad and
Right, yeah.
all that other bullshit. And like I said, I can't respect it at all. Like I said, I'm ready to get up on here and start screaming too, like expose, expose, expose. Like what kind of bullshit? Because I like I said, the Iyami and me get highly offended. First of all, you misrepresenting the Orishas, you saying their names wrong. Like nigga, you just totally disrespecting. So nigga, I gotta check you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's like, look, I ain't number 5'1". I'm a little bit woman. Let me stay in my lane. But yo, I feel like,
And
for real.
another thing I wanted to point before we go, when you come into African tradition as priestess stuff, is you embodying that spirit will start to embody you. That's how my sister can just come on here and just be herself, and it don't matter. Why? Because Eshu got a foul mouth himself. Oya can be a live wire, her own self, and that's gonna come through the person that spirit is guarding over. Period. This is not like being a Christian. This is not like being a yogi or any of that shit that y'all be seeing online, and you be like, oh, you have to be a nun because we're in religion. Fuck all that. No, no, no. In African traditions, you gonna embody pieces of that spirit. If that spirit is like Mama Brigitte and she got a foul mouth and she can be a little wild, that could come out of that person.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay. Because
Right.
why? That's their mother.
Right.
And that's like them.
Right.
So
So they told me, it was like, yo, it was like, oh, y'all coming. And she ain't finna be happy. And I'm telling you, oh, y'all come. I be with the bullshit. I ain't gonna lie. I be with the bullshit. Like, what's up? Like, And you can tell, like I said, my face changed, my eyes changed. I be with the mess. I want all the
it's
smoke.
a different relationship too when you go through them passages where you got a different relationship with the Orisha.
Yeah.
Because now you got marked
Right.
officially in the eyes of Ifa.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it changes things. It changes a lot. Now you got marked in the eyes of Ifa.
Right. I
You got
shall.
marked by Orumila. That's who it is right there. So now you can't hide from it. That your father, that your mother. So
I
that's what's
shall.
gonna come out of you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, family, it's been real. I love y'all. It's been fun, but we gotta run. I shall.
I shall. I double.